What's good, Gemini? It's Empress Kai here with Envisions Tarot. And I'm here to do your Gemini new moon solar eclipse energy to see what the divine wants you to know, pay attention to, be aware of, focus on at this time during this cycle. Okay. I understand that we are in Mercury retrograde, which is in Gemini, but moving into Cancer at the end of the month. I'm going to say this. This energy is more about you than anybody else. So it is definitely very self-reflective. Other people may be a factor or play a role, but it is about you and the role that you play in the situations that go on in your life and in your energy. Okay. So if you are having revelations about a particular situation or a particular person, it's important that you turn your energy inward to see where you may have needed to self-correct. Okay. I just heard what you allow is what will continue. Okay. So also just keep that in mind. All right. But let's just get into it. I ain't going to hold y'all up. Messages are general, not going to resonate with everyone. Information that you need for private readings and all of the specials and all that wonderful stuff is in the description box below. All of my social media and all that jazz. Okay, cool. So Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's see what we got for you guys. Okay. All right, we have Vanishing Mirror, Ego Sublimination. This is so funny. If you follow me on Instagram, or if you don't, go follow me. I just posted a reading today, and it is June 9th. So I just posted this reading, and it's about destroying the ego. It's about the way that you're seeing a situation or the way that you're seeing yourself isn't even real. How about that? But let's see what else we got here. All right, we have the, there we go, the Seven Sisters, Circle, Sisterhood enriches my life. Okay, and we got two cards that just flew out. And we have Healing the Heart and Spirit of Gratitude. Gemini, this new moon energy in your sign, along with this solar eclipse energy, all of this happening during Mercury retrograde, again, is more about you than anybody else. If you haven't yet, you will soon recognize that you need more healing than what you thought. I feel as though, to be honest with you, it feels like you have ultimately destroyed connections because of your own ego, because of the way that you were perceiving something. And it feels like now is the time for you to take heed to your healing. Okay. It is time for you to show gratitude for the things that have triggered you, because this is what was needed for you to separate yourself from your ego, your higher self from your ego, so that you could heal fully. So in a sense, yes, you destroying this connection may have been ill-fated, to be honest, but it also had a positive side. It's making you do the necessary work on yourself so that you don't ultimately sabotage connections that are good for you. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to say. We got the Six of Cups. This could involve family, longtime friends, longtime partnerships. Okay, we got two. Hold on. We got King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. So we have Earth energy here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn could be involved. Or this could just be you. We have the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Strength, Leo energy. The Eight of Cups. The King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I feel like it might be a lot of people involved here. That's why the Seven Sisters, that circle energy is there. And then we have the Seven of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I feel like right now, Gemini, it is important for you to really do some thorough evaluation of your, not only yourself, but your partnerships as well. I'm hearing that you made a miscalculation, and I think that's what we talked about in your general reading that I just posted not too long ago. I can't remember what day it was, but it was recent. I just uploaded, I did for the elements, whatever. Check that out. It's basically a continuation of that. Um, you have since shattering certain connections. You're starting to rethink things. Okay, I feel like you may be feeling as though you made a particular mistake because of your ego at that time. Your ego kind of took over the situation and placed you in a situation where now you actually have to do the healing work on yourself. Okay, I feel like you are going to be at the end of this thankful and grateful that you did make this mistake, because not every mistake is a bad thing. These are lessons. That's all they are at the end of the day. They're lessons. So this ultimately taught you a valuable lesson about how the ego can make you or cause you to be overly arrogant. Is kind of how I just picked up on that with this Queen of Wands energy. It's like you think you know everything, but you really don't. You thought you knew everything about the situation, but it wasn't the situation that you were supposed to learn. It was about you learning yourself, if that's making sense. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, the situation was meant to teach you about you, not about the other person, not about the situation. I feel like there are some unresolved issues in your past with this Six of Cups that are coming to the surface. These are things that need your attention. You know what I'm saying? With this Seven of Pentacles, you need to evaluate how your past has affected you, how it has affected your partnerships, how it has affected the way that you process emotion, because it does play a factor in who you are and how you operate and how you deal with yourself and how you deal with other people. Some of you are going back looking at the situation like, man, did I go too far? That's kind of how this feels. It's like, did I go too far being on my high horse? Did I go too far trying to be strong or believing that this was strength by walking away from a particular situation? Because we got that Eight of Cups here too, where you may be rethinking, should I have walked away from this situation? Now I feel like a lot of you are having certain regrets that you feel like you shouldn't have walked away from something, or maybe you prematurely walked away from something. All because you need a healing. You know what I'm saying? All because you needed to heal. It had nothing to do with the other person. It had everything to do with you. Whatever the situation is, whatever this is, it didn't really have anything to do with the other person. They just triggered you into making this hasty decision, is what I'm picking up on. Also, in this energy, I can definitely feel that you are thinking of a master plan, is what I just heard. Also, when it comes to your finances, your job, your business, your financial security, your household, whatever the case may be, I feel like you're going over everything and you're looking at what's working and what's not, and you are kind of cleaning house, is what I'm hearing. So you are sifting through things, trying to see what is going to work for you, what is not working, where can you make changes or improvements. And because what you're looking for is to create more stability long term for yourself. Okay, and you're gonna have to move your ego and the arrogance out of the way to see that sometimes you need to go back to the drawing board, that what you're doing isn't necessarily the best route for you to go. Sometimes you need a course correction. With that Knight of Pentacles, it's like, okay, I need to slow down and really pay attention to the things that are going on around me, because I have been moving too fast as of late. I have been thinking too fast, reacting too fast. And now it's time for me to slow down so I can actually see the finer details of what it is that I'm doing and how it's going to, again, affect me long term. As you can see, we're basing everything off of the overall energy with the Seven of Pentacles, because it's that reevaluation energy for Gemini. Now you're looking at your emotions, how your emotions have controlled you, how your emotions have ultimately sabotaged certain situations where you may have overreacted. Oh, thank you, Spirit, because y'all, I didn't want to say that about y'all, but where you may have been emotionally manipulative to get what it is that you want. And then now that you got what you thought you wanted, you don't even want it anymore. The Queen of Wands is an individual who goes after what they want regardless of how anyone feels or what anyone thinks. And in certain situations, that's good. But in this particular situation, whatever area of your life this is resonating with, now you're wondering if this was the best thing for you to do. Was this the best action for you to take? What you thought was a good thing turned out not to be. Now you're wondering if wow. Now you're wondering if you gave up too soon. Some of you are trying to figure out if you gave up on something too soon, but others of you are trying to figure out if you should have fought harder. A lot of you are still defending your decision, whatever this is, and that's fine. You feel like you looked at it long enough. You feel like you dealt with the situation long enough. You felt like you were being patient and awaiting the results, and now it was time for you to stand up for yourself. Whatever has happened, whatever has occurred, was meant to free you from your ego so that you can be your true authentic self. And sometimes when you look in the mirror, the version that you see of yourself isn't who you really are. And I feel like it's about detaching from the old you. The many facets of yourself with the Seven Sisters. Because I feel like this is just, not to be cliche, but it's like the multiple personalities of Gemini, the multiple faces, the multiple masks you wear, the multiple roles you play. I feel like all of those are being shattered now, so that you can see you for who you really are. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. And it is those mistakes that teach us where we need to heal ourselves. So be thankful. So be thankful that your ego actually got in the way of something. Because if it didn't, you were never going to recognize where you needed healing at. You were never going to acknowledge where you needed healing. So sometimes you have to be grateful for those sticky situations, because otherwise you wouldn't learn. Okay? So regardless of how this affects the other people involved or the situation at hand, the most important thing about it, again, going back to the energy of this, of all these transits, it's about you. How they feel, how the situation turned out, it doesn't even matter at this point. It was meant for you to reevaluate yourself. Okay? That's all it was for you to reevaluate yourself. So with this energy, Gemini, make the best of it. Even though you may have some regrets, even though you may be feeling a bit, regretful or wishing that you could take something back, you defending your decision is actually the right decision, because it is what helps you to grow spiritually. so that when you get into these new beginnings that you're walking into, you don't sabotage them. Okay? So, my Geminis, my lovely gems, that's what I got for you. Again, if this reading resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe, comments, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Take care.